Hello everybody and welcome again to my channel Tech Bandela. And dear students, we are going today to study horizontal column and knee type milling machine. So a milling machine is nothing but it is a multiple cutting. It has a multiple cutting tool, and it has a very material removing rate is very high, quite high. So there are n number of milling machines, but in which today we are going to study one of the basic type, that is the column and knee type. So first of all, we will see the construction details. So here you can see that here is the base. You're having a base. The base is having a column. This is in a hollow column, and over this hollow column there is a overhanging arm. There is a overhanging arm which is attached to a yoke. Okay, the yoke is purpose is for supporting the arbor. So this is the arbor over which the cutter is mounted. So this is the cutter over which arbor the cutter is mounted, and it is attached to a spindle, and this spindle is attached to a gearbox. Here is a gearbox inside this. So here you can see that there is a hollow column, and this hollow column, why this is a hollow column? So there are electrical wires, coolant supply, and very types of equipments. So for that, this is a hollow. Basically this base is made up of cast iron. Sometimes this base also consists of a coolant tank. So here is a coolant sump is also provided. The coolant sump is also provided. This base is sometimes hollow, where there is some motor. A motor is used to pump the coolant, right? So that whenever there is a cutting operation, there is a tremendous amount of heat is liberated. So to remove the chips and to remove the heat and chips, the coolant is used. So the base is sometimes hollow. The column is also hollow, and it is made up of cast iron. Why cast iron? I told you in previous lectures also, cast iron having good compressive strength, because while machining operation there is a tremendous amount of vibrations are generated, right? Because the tool is multi-point cutting tool. Every teeth will come in contact with the workpiece and remove the material. Due to that, there is a tremendous amount of vibration will occur, and due to that vibration, that can be sustained by cast iron. So the base is made of cast iron, the knee is made of cast iron, the whole body is made up of cast iron. So here you can see that the another elevating screw is given, that this consists of a base which is attached to base and knee. So whenever this elevating screw is rotating, this screw, it is a generally we are using the screw jack type thread screw, that is a square thread. So here square thread having less number of slippage, that's why we are using here square thread. So this is a knee. You can see there is a knee, and this knee can move up and down. So why this knee is used? Because the knee is used to up and down according to locate the size of workpiece. So over that knee there is a saddle, and over that saddle there is a table having T slots. Sometimes over this table there is a vise is located. This vise is used to hold the object. The vise is used to hold the object because whenever we are cutting the operation, there may be chances that the material may be get away from the table. So to hold it fixedly, to hold it firmly, we sometimes we use a table. Over this table we provide some, that is your vise. So what is generally see the working principle? So working principle is that it is a multi-point cutter revolving at high speed, and the work is fed slowly past the cutter, right? The work is slowly passed below the cutter. The work can be fed vertically, longitudinally, or in cross direction. The cutter teeth, that is multi-point, removes the metal from the work surface to produce the desired shape. So according to desired shape, we use multi-point cutting tools. So in lathe machine we were using single point cutting tool, but here we are in a milling machine, we are using the multi-point cutting tool. So multi-point cutting tool comes in contact with this workpiece and it removes the material. So as compared to lathe machine, the material removing rate is higher in milling machine as compared to lathe machine. Lathe machine consists of single point cutting tool, and your milling machine consists of multi-point cutting tool. Okay, so today we have study about, that is your horizontal knee type milling machine. It consists of a base, column, overhanging arm for the support of yoke, and it consists of, here you can see there is also bearing provided, there is a spindle, and over this arbor there may be single cutter or there be multiple cutters. There are different multiple cutters can be also located on this arbor according to the application, right, according to the application. So generally milling machines, we provide type of milling operation, that is down milling or up milling. If the cutter is moving in upward direction, that is up milling. If the cutter is moving in downward direction, that is a down milling. So 98% we use down milling as in milling operations, because in down milling the work is always force against the table. So there is very less chance that the material will thrown out. But in up milling, what happens in up milling, there may be chances that the teeth may stuck in the workpiece, and there may be chances that it may be throw away, the workpiece may be throw away from the table, and accident can be happen. So 99% we use down milling. Okay, so students, we have studied the horizontal column and knee type milling machine. I hope you understand it.